Hey guys, I'm back. I've been gone for a week, well, a little over a week. Um, I've, as you know, I've been in North Carolina on vacation. It was a lot of fun. We did a lot of stuff. I was in a parade. Um, what else? I was went mini golfing, and my phone got this. It's bad, yeah. Uh, you can drop your phone like off like the bed onto the floor face first, and it won't get a crack. But if you just have it in your pocket like this, cracked. It's wow, it's awful. Um, and what else did I do? I went swimming a lot because the water is certainly warmer in North Carolina than it is um, in Massachusetts. Um, so I did a lot of that stuff. Ate a lot. We had a graduation party for me, and we did a lot of stuff. I had a lot of fun, and I'm back, and I understand I missed a lot of wrestling. I still have to catch up. I'm only I'm a 1 week behind. I haven't watched this week's Raw yet. I've only watched last week's stuff with Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. So this is really what this video is going to be about. It's going to be just kind of like me talking about what happened this last week, um, and I'm also going to be and then later on tonight I'm going to do a Raw review for this week. And then, yeah, that's really how it's going to go. I want to kind of touch up a little bit, give more further in depth of what my experience at Money in the Bank. I should mention, too, that the vacation pictures are on Facebook, the one Leo and Finch Facebook, so you can check it out. And you can see it. But yeah, I just want to kind of touch up on the Money in the Bank, because I didn't really give a full review really on it, because I was really tired. I had been up since 5, and I was just really tired. Like, I didn't go to bed. What I meant to say was I didn't go to bed till 5, and I only had 3 hours of sleep, so it takes a toll on you. So I'm going to talk about Money in the Bank. I told a little bit more. I've already covered the matches, but I'm going to talk about really my life experience. It really was a lot of fun going to Money in the Bank. I really had a lot of fun. Wasn't the best wrestling event I've been to, but it was an awesome to see a Money in the Bank ladder match and a ladder match in general. I've seen ladder matches before, but I've never seen a WWE ladder match. I always, when you're there in person, I don't know if it's just the way I was sitting. The seats I took, they're on Facebook, so you can see where my seat was. But the Money in the Bank titles, or the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and the briefcase, they look like they're much higher up when you're on TV when you go to climb them, but it really isn't that high. It could have been the way though that I was looking, like I said before. But so maybe if I had sat in the front row, and you can't really hear with it. It's like the panel on the pre-show. I think I covered this before when I went to Survivor Series, and you can check that review out on the Cena Brothers channel. You can't really hear them like the commentators. And what else did I want to cover? The fans, well, really awesome. They were really a fan of Bo Dallas. They still did the Fandango when Fandango came out. They're kind of big fans of Lana. They even said they wanted to move to Russia. And they really hate John Cena in his hometown. I don't get it. I understand, I guess, why, but it's kind of strange that the hometown guy is getting booed. It got so bad that when his theme song came out, it was like in the tone. They would sing John Cena sucks, and like the tone of his theme song would be. It was pretty cool. I actually started singing it. It was really funny. I think I ended up being on TV. One of my friends texted me that I was on TV during the Adam Rose Damian Sandow match. I might have been on TV too when Roman Reigns was coming out during the Money in the Bank, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match. Let me think if there's anything else I want to touch up. It's really awesome to see the Wyatt family and stuff come out and Kane's pyro go off. You can actually feel the heat when Kane comes out. it gets really hot out there, and when the Wyatt family comes out, it's really awesome to see. Cool to see the darkness come out and stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to touch up on. And a bunch of people hated it when John Cena won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Someone was actually walking away, flipping, holding up the double middle fingers, and everyone just hated it when John Cena won. And it was not good. So that's kind of the touch-ups. I ended up, like I said, getting a T-shirt. So I thought I had a lot of fun going to Money in the Bank, and there was another one coming, and I'm hoping I can go to that really soon. Now let's get to this week in WWE. I covered up Money in the Bank a little bit. Let's get to the stuff that's happened this week in WWE. I'm not gonna cover like everything. I'm gonna cover NXT first because NXT and WWE main roster is kind of two different things, and it's like two different companies, and it's like the minor leagues too. So I figured I'd cover that first. We got a match between Colin Cassidy and Sylvester LaFleur. Enzo Amore was in Colin Cassidy's corner, and Marcus Lewis was in Sylvester LaFleur's corner, and it was a really short match. Colin Cassidy hit like a big slam and the elbow for the win. It was kind of dumb. Sylvester LaFleur, I've seen him wrestle Mason Ryan before. I'm going to cover, and it was just dumb. It sucked. They did tease there's some dissension between the BFFs, which consists of Summer Rae, Charlotte, which is Ric Flair's daughter, and Sasha Banks. What happened was there was no Summer Rae this week, but Charlotte and Sasha Banks fought I forget her name, Bayley, and Bayley and Becky Lynch. I was thinking Christine Lynch for some reason. And they won. Sasha and Charlotte. Charlotte hit the bow down to the Queen on Becky Lynch. They were getting along, and then Charlotte just kind of left the match, and Sasha Banks was trash talking, and Bayley was trash talking Becky, and then Bayley fought her off, and they were upset by that, so Charlotte doesn't really want to team with her because she doesn't know who to trust ever since Summer Rae returned, and we find out that next week it's going to be Bayley versus Summer Rae in a #1 contenders match for the NXT Women's Championship. Well, it's actually going to be this week, and I am assuming Bayley's going to win that match. No. I'm assuming Summer Rae is going to win the match since they're kind of having a feud. I really don't know what's going on. I think I don't know who's really the face or the heel. I think they're both the same. So yeah. Adrian Neville had an interview. He talked about having his match with Rob Van Dam 2 weeks ago. Well, really last week in that time. And then Tyler Breeze come up and says that you better be worried that I'm going to cash in that NXT when I cash in my #1 contendership for the NXT Championship. And then Adrian Neville says, let's go tonight, but he says, no, I suffered a career-threatening injury doing a hand modeling. He shows that his index finger or pinky, one of his fingers is injured, and he says he can't do it tonight. So I like how they're making you wait, and I just really like Tyler Breeze. He's awesome. Justin Gabriel got interviewed, and Tyson Kidd offers that they kind of like team up to take out the up-and-coming NXT stars since they should be on the main roster. C.J. Parker defeated Steve Cutler in a squash match. C.J. Parker's just had some problem with Xavier Woods, saying that you pretty much didn't capitalize on your opportunity when you went up to the main roster. If he did, he would be holding championships. He'd have everything. And so I guess that's going to be a feud now. I don't really like Xavier Woods, so I'm probably not going to like the feud, but at least it's a feud. Maybe I can grow to like Xavier Woods because I haven't really seen what Xavier Woods can bring to the table, because the only things he does is comedy and squash matches, so let's see what Xavier Woods can bring to the table. And then Tyson Kidd got interviewed. It was kind of like the sit-down interviews that Michael Cole usually does with Triple H when Mae Young sat down and asked questions to Tyson Kidd really about his marriage with Natalya, and Tyson Kidd just kind of lie denying that everything's really good with Natalia. And then we got the match between Justin Gabriel and Sami Zayn. Awesome match. Tyson Kidd was in Justin Gabriel's corner. And this was a great match. Moonsaults, everything. Sami Zayn wins with the Tokyo Clutch, I think it's called. So just by submission. And then afterwards, Tyson Kidd attacks Sami Zayn. And Justin Gabriel ends up helping him. So I think they both officially turned heel. Tyson, and then Adrian Neville came out to make the save, so it's probably going to lead to a tag team match next week, which I'm fine with. And then, so that was about it for NXT. I thought NXT was pretty good last week. I like the match between Sami Zayn and Justin Gabriel. They're starting to do a feud with CJ Parker and Xavier Woods, which isn't bad. And the tag team match with the woman wrestlers wasn't bad. I just don't really like Bayley, so it kind of killed my interest a little bit. But NXT wasn't bad. It wasn't the greatest at all, though, but it wasn't bad. I've seen better, but it could be worse. Then I'm gonna get to Raw and SmackDown last week. Raw was filmed. NXT, by the way, was filmed on July 3rd, 2014, and Raw was filmed on June 3rd, 2014, the last day of June. I forgot to mention it was on commentary, by the way, for NXT. I believe it was William Regal, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxon. For this, it was always on commentary. JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler. And the Authority come out, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. They talk about how John Cena won the title, how he's an A-plus player, and they bring out John Cena. We find out that he is going to be on the cover of WWE 2K15, so that means it's coming out really soon. That got me hyped for that. I can't wait to get that game, and I'll be making some Let's Plays for that with the story mode, and then I'll do some universe, kind of like the usual stuff. Like I'm doing right now, I'm trying to finish them up. I might make some this week, by the way, for 2K14. And I hope and John Cena's the cover, though. I'm fine with that. He is the face of the WWE, so I think he should be the cover. It really doesn't make a difference. I mean, they might just do that contest in like they did last year, where you can make your own guy on the cover. Like somebody made Daniel Bryan the cover, and really The Rock was the cover. So I might just switch it. I mean, right now Daniel Bryan's the cover of my WWE 2K14. But anyhow, I forget what I was. Oh, so yeah. But then John Cena's like, "Whoa, you're being too nice, too easy." He thinks it's all fake. But Triple H's like, "No, this isn't fake. We respect you. You just have to hold the championship with respect." And he gives them the option to take things the easy way or the hard way. Obviously, he takes stuff the hard way, and then so he chooses the hard way. So at Battleground, he's going to be defending John Cena is going to defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton, Kane, and Roman Reigns in a fatal four-way match. And then he announced Triple H makes the match: John Cena and Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton and Kane. And as John Cena's leaving, he makes fun of Stephanie McMahon, talking about when Vicky Guerrero threw in that mud. Speaking of which, Vicky Guerrero, they made like some tribute video to her on the WWE Network, and I'm going to watch that after I catch up on wrestling and give a review of that. And as John Cena, though, leaves, Triple H says that there's always a plan B, and Seth Rollins comes out with the Money in the Bank contract, like talking about how that could possibly be the plan B. And Seth Rollins ended up having a match with Rob Van Dam. Amazing match. RVD really worked on the back because Seth Rollins' back was hurt. He did the flips. He did a moonsault on the back. The split leg moonsault. The Rolling Thunder. Seth Rollins did it. He went for the turnbuckle bomb, and RVD counted to Hurricane. He went for the 5-star. Okay. So I had to go do something real quick. RVD dives on Seth Rollins, and then when RVD goes to get in the ring, his leg was hurting him from the Money in the Bank, and Seth Rollins was working on the leg. He hinds up his leg and hits the curb stomp for the win. And then Seth Rollins talks about how he has a guaranteed opportunity at the Money in the Bank to become WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Then Dean Ambrose pops up and says, pretty much that any opportunity time he tries to cash in the Money in the Bank contract, he's gonna make sure that he is there to make sure he fails. He's gonna ruin it. He's gonna ruin his plan. So that was good. It's good that they're continuing that feud. I hope Seth Rollins doesn't go on this losing streak, because every person that wins Money in the Bank goes on this random losing streak. I don't really know if that's going to happen since he's in a good storyline, so we're going to see. Then Rusev and Lana come out, cut in a promo, obviously trashing America like always. And then the person that interrupted them was Jack Swagger and Zeb Colter. This was good. I still kind of hate Jack Swagger, obviously, because of what happened with the Bad News Barrett situation, how he keeps injuring superstars. I still think he should kind of be fired. But he's a face now. Zeb Colter talks about his First Amendment, how we have a right of speech, how you can do this stuff down in Russia, and Jack Swagger's a face now. He ends up giving 2 arm drags to Rusev and fights him off. So Jack Swagger's a face. He hasn't been a face, I think, forever. He was around in the WWE since 2008, and he's just now a face. So I think he needs a face turn. He's kind of being used like a jobber anyway, so maybe this could help him be a good repackage of him. And they're going to do a feud. And then the next thing you got was Sheamus and the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, the tag team champions, versus the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan. Good 6-man tag team match. The Wyatt family dominates Sheamus for a while, and then one of the Usos gets the hot tag, and they do high-flying match, and then eventually Luke Harper hits the clothesline on that Uso for the win. I hate reviewing an Uso match because I can never tell which one it is, so when I say Luke Harper goes to hit him, I keep meaning to say like Jimmy or Jay, but I can't say that because I don't know which one it was. So I say that Uso. And I noticed that Luke Harper has like this look in his eyes after he hits the clothesline. It's like he goes into another zone. I wonder if that... So I noticed that. I think it's been like that for a while, but I literally just noticed it on Raw. I think the Wyatt family needed this win because they were starting to kind of go down, do nothing, kind of become a joke, well, losers. So good that they won. Nikki Bella got interviewed. Just got put in a... She gets punished by being put in a handicap match with the Funkadactyls, Naomi and Cameron, because she brought Brie Bella backstage as a guest, which should be acceptable, but since the Authority don't like Brie Bella, and I know she lost. I didn't watch the match because it was stupid. Bo Dallas comes out and he cuts this awesome promo. He gives this 1-minute moment of silence to Daniel Bryan and Bad News Barrett since they're injured and can't compete. And it was more than a minute, and says that as long as they believe, they will be back fully in action. And they give this update for Bad News Barrett. He's going to be out for several months because he's not going to be able to compete, and so he has to vacate the Intercontinental Championship. Kind of forgot he actually was the champion, because when you're gone for... I actually forgot that Sheamus was the U.S. champion, and I forgot that Jack Swagger had turned face because my friend spoiled it on me. So I forgot a lot of stuff that happened. I actually forgot that Paige was the Divas champion. So yeah, but at Battleground, there's gonna be a Battle Royal, and the winner will become the new Intercontinental Champion. I'm fine with that. I kind of wish they had done some sort of tournament or something, but Battle Royal is cool. And they announced a lot of the competitors. Cesaro is going to be in it. Kofi Kingston, Damian Sandow, and the Great Khali. Cesaro and Kofi Kingston had a match. Paul Heyman brings up that Brock Lesnar conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania 30 to 21-1. And he brings up that Cesaro won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And Cesaro had a match with Kofi Kingston. I didn't like that they ended the match off the commercial. So I guess that's pretty much saying you should download the app so you don't miss the match. But I guess Kofi won off a Hurricane roll-up. And then Cesaro just beat the crap out of him after the match. He took him and threw him in the crowd. And it was an aggressive side of Cesaro, which was good. And then I think Damien Sandow came out afterwards. No, he didn't. Santina Marella was backstage, and no one came to his party. Not even Emma. I heard Emma. I read online. I vaguely know about this. That she ended up shoplifting, and I think like they had like these scanners that they use at like Stop and Shop and Walmart, and I guess she forgot to scan it, which makes sense. Or maybe she, and then she got arrested, and then the WWE released her, and now she's back in the WWE. So that's weird. I don't know why you really needed to release her to begin with. I mean, they've done that before, though. If someone's committed a crime, they release them. They haven't released Jack Swagger, though. He's got caught with a DUI, and he didn't get released. So I don't know why you released Emma to begin with. I wonder if they realized that was dumb. At least they realized it. Mistakes happen, I guess. So I don't know. I don't really know too much about the situation. So, but anyhow, Santina Marella had a party, so obviously he knew Adam Rose was coming. They did this thing where they had iced tea. It was some certain kind of tea. So it was like the sweet tea stuff. So yeah, it was kind of crap. Adam Rose, though, I still like him, but yeah. And I think Emma still needs to get away from Santino. Because Santino just ruins talent. Then Vince McMahon comes out, cuts a promo. I wrote that down because I actually thought it was Vince McMahon. His music played, but it was Damien Sandow dressed up as Vince McMahon. He played the Vince McMahon role, said all his catchphrases, talked about how he made superstars like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, John Cena, and he says even especially Damien Sandow. And then Stephanie McMahon punishes him because he mocked his father, so he's getting punished by pretending to be these roles, but he gets punished for playing the Vince McMahon role. And then he gets put into a match with the Great Khali. I fast forwarded, but obviously I know he lost because he's being punished. And then a former WWE champion returns. They were hyping it up. I saw it on Facebook before I left, and it ended up being The Miz. I was wondering where Miz has been. I haven't seen him, but he was filming the Marine 4. And Miz says that he's a big Hollywood superstar now. And he had the opportunity to leave the WWE and become this big Hollywood superstar. But he didn't want to leave because the fans need to appreciate his wrestling ability. Because he's not going to leave until the fans are begging him not to leave. Until the fans are on their hands and knees begging him not to leave. And then Chris Jericho returns. Awesome. I was shocked. I actually was not expecting Chris Jericho. He comes out and Miz says, what is this going to be, the 2012 Chris Jericho where you don't talk for 3 weeks? And he talks about how he ruined his moment. This is like the highlight jacket. And then Chris Jericho, he talks about, Miz even talks about how he's this big movie star now. And then Chris Jericho hits the code breaker on him while he's talking. Then he goes to say his catchphrase, welcome to Raw is Jericho. But then the Wyatt family come out, attack Chris Jericho, and Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail on him. And that was good. So now the Wyatt family is going to be feuding with Chris Jericho. Well, Bray Wyatt's going to be feuding with Chris Jericho anyways, which I think is good. I think that the Wyatt family kind of need it because I think the Wyatt family, it's Bray Wyatt actually. Maybe the Wyatt family itself kind of fallen down. They haven't really been doing much since the Cena feud. They've kind of looked weak since that Cena feud, so I think they kind of need to be brought back up, which looks like is what's going to be happening. Then we get Fandango with Layla versus Dolph Ziggler. The match was stupid. Summer Rae comes out. This should be over. And kisses Dolph Ziggler to make Fandango jealous. But I guess then Dolph Ziggler kisses her, which means she liked it. Hits the zigzag. Dolph Ziggler gets the win. Ziggler won. Didn't care. And Ryback and Curtis Axel lost to Goldust and Stardust again. I like Cody Rhodes as Stardust though. He's doing different moves. I like he does when he pulls the arms and he does a DDT. He's doing different moves, so at least that he's got that going for him. But ever since all they really fight now is Ryback and Curtis Axel. They need to get some new tag teams in there. Fight the Wyatts. Fight Lost Matadors. Fight the Usos for the tag team straps. I think that's what's going to end up happening. Some point they're going to get Stardust and Stardust and Goldust are going to get a tag team title shot, and Goldust will turn on Stardust, and Cody Rhodes and Goldust will have their feud. I think Cody Rhodes will get out of the Stardust role, and Yeah, I don't really know how that's gonna work though. I think it's gonna be Stardust becomes Cody Rhodes again. Maybe they'll have one match of Stardust, and if Stardust loses, he has to become Cody Rhodes again. So something like that. And then Paige comes out to cut a promo, says she's proven everyone wrong. They thought she was just gonna be a fluke, that she was just gonna go back to NXT. But she's proven everyone wrong, that she's here to stay. And then AJ Lee returns. This was awesome. We got CM Punk chance, obviously. I guess the whole pregnancy thing wasn't true. I don't know about the secret marriage, but if she was pregnant, she would not be back by now. She wouldn't even be right here right now. And it was kind of the same thing. Remember when Paige goaded AJ Lee into a title shot? She congratulated her after AJ Lee had defended the championship. And then she got goaded into the Davis title shot, and then Paige beat AJ Lee. Same thing here. I think Paige turned heel though, because during the match she acted like a heel. AJ Lee rolled her up though and became the new Divas champion. I think Paige is a heel now. I'm not sure. She was kind of acting like a heel. It was like the same thing though. I like that though. It was like reverse. Paige did the same thing to AJ Lee after WrestleMania, and then yeah, and then now AJ Lee did the same thing to Paige. The one question though is like, oh, I'm not gonna goat you into the title shot. Why did she do it anyways if she knew what was gonna happen? It's just kind of strange. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna let you goat me into a title shot like I did, and then she ended up doing it. I think that what should have happened is she kept saying no, 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 no. But I guess I like this. I think at Battleground they should have a legit match, which is going to happen, and have a feud. I don't think they should have like one real match. I think they should keep. I think you should have a match at Battleground, and then a submission match at SummerSlam. You should have AJ Lee retain, and then Paige snap and turn on her. I think that would be cool. And then we got the main event: Kane and Randy Orton versus John Cena and Roman Reigns. It was a good match. Roman Reigns was getting dominated a lot. Then John Cena got the hot tag, and as he was going to finish Kane off with the FU, Randy Orton came in and hit the RKO, and then Reigns and Orton fought to the back, and then Kane threw Cena into the steps. Shock. Cena goes into the steps, hits Kane with the steps, and tombstones him. And Cena and Reigns got to won by DQ because Kane hit him with the steps. And then Triple H is like checking on Cena, and he's going like this, and he calls out Seth Rollins to cash in the contract, and the referee's trying to check on Cena. He doesn't win the bell in time, like the authority told him to. And then Dean Ambrose attacks Seth Rollins, and he fights him in the crowd, and Kane tried to get him, but he couldn't get him in time. So then the bell never rang, so Seth Rollins keeps his case. And then Kane was about to hit Cena with the chair. Reigns spears him, and then he has a face-off with Triple H to end the show. So Raw was good. I had a lot of surprising returns. Good matches, but like Seth Rollins versus Rob Van Dam, the Wyatt family 6-man tag team match, the Wyatt family attacking Chris Jericho. I didn't mind the tag match. It was just kind of random though, and I didn't like the returns though. So I thought Raw was really good this week. And now I'm going to talk about SmackDown. They announced that Sheamus was going to defend the U.S. title because it's the 4th of July special, and JBL and Michael Cole did commentary for that. He ended up defending it against Del Rio. Amazing match, good brawl. Del Rio threw Sheamus into the steps. He did the backstabber while he was on the apron. Sheamus did the crossbody, setting Del Rio kind of over the ropes. Sheamus did the clubs instead of doing it in between the ropes. He did it while Del Rio was on the turnbuckle. Sheamus went for the blow kick, and Del Rio picked the leg and went for the cross arm breaker. Sheamus countered it into a Texas Cloverleaf. Then Del Rio got the cross arm breaker locked in. And then I forget how. Oh, Sheamus went for a power slam. Then Del Rio got the cross arm breaker locked in. And then Del Rio kicked Sheamus, and then he went for a moonsault, but Sheamus moved out of the way and hit a blow kick for the win to retain his United States Championship. Awesome match. Made sense to put it on here since it's 4th of July, so that was cool. And then Seth Rollins came out to cut a promo, and he talked about how he is going to be the new Money in the Bank guy. He's going to become the new champion. But then Dean Ambrose says, I'm going to pretty much the same thing. I'm going to interfere. And then Seth Rollins like, you're not going to happen. And then Dean Ambrose attacks Seth Rollins. Orton comes up, and they try to do a 2-on-1 on him. Then Roman Reigns makes the save. And Triple H makes a match between Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton. And if Roman Reigns interferes in the match, he's out of the Fatal 4-Way match. And Roman Reigns in an interview said he doesn't need Dean Ambrose doesn't need help, and he's not going to do anything to jeopardize his match, and that he's going to beat Cena, Orton, and Kane to become the new champion. And then Stardust and, well, before that, Stardust and Goldust kind of promo. It was one of those creepy, well, strange promos, so I like that. And then Damian Sandow came out to pretend to be the guy that's since born in the USA theme song. I forget his name. And then Rusev attacked him. And then Jack Swagger and Zeb Colter did the same thing on Raw. Except this time there was no attack. Rusev just stood out, which I like. I like this feud. I'm interested in it. Bo Dallas fought Diego. El Torito was ringside. Fernando got injured. JBL was making this jokes how El Torito's uncle ended up going him, which was really funny. Bo Dallas won before the match. He cut a promo on Daniel Bryan, says he's going to enter the Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal, and he's going to dedicate the match to little Daniel Bryan. So I think when Daniel Bryan comes back, he's going to have a match with Bo Dallas, and it will end the streak. He's now 12-0, I think. So yeah, and then afterwards he told the Bull to leave and stuff, and then the Bull gored him. Thank God he didn't sell it. He ended up body slamming him afterwards, which was cool. And Michael Cole said, "Why is he doing that?" Well, and then Chris Jericho returns to SmackDown and says he thanks Bray Wyatt for remembering that the WWE is a very hard place, and he's gonna take down Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. And then the Wyatt family come up and says that you need to save yourself, don't get too close to us. And Chris Jericho says he wants to get too close. The Miz comes out, says that if you ever mess up, you melt my face again, and you really get to hear what he said. He ended up giving him a code breaker, which set up a match for last night, which I didn't see, which I'm going to watch. So last night, Chris Jericho and Miz fought, which probably was a good match. Then the Big E fought Cesaro with Paul Heyman. He didn't really fight him. Cesaro, they just had a brawl, this big brawl, which was amazing. Cesaro just attacked Big E and hit him with a chair, but Big E fought back. He hit a belly-to-belly on the floor, and then Heyman pulled Cesaro away, which was awesome. Even when we got beat by AJ Lee by the Black Widow, Paige was supposed to do commentary, but she never put the headset on, and Paige played the heel, so I think Paige is a heel now. Well, I already talked about the Rusev thing. Randy Orton fought Dean Ambrose while Seth Rollins was on commentary. They were having a good match. Ambrose attacks Rollins, and then Rollins attacks Ambrose. He hits him with the case when he goes to do the second dive on Orton. And then Orton hits an RKO. They're about to put away Ambrose, but since the match is over, Roman Reigns can come out to make the saves, which he did. He hits the Superman punch on Randy Orton, and he goes to spear, but Rollins and Orton escape, and then Roman Reigns celebrates afterwards, and that was the end of SmackDown, and the end of the weekly WWE show. And WWE this week, I like WWE this week. Last week. I think they had a lot of good stuff on it. My favorite...
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, I'm almost done.
We're going.
Come on.
We're going. How many minutes?
I just have to say a few more things. So yeah, I thought wrestling was good last week. The highlights were Chris Jericho, AJ Lee's return, and the Wyatt family attacking Chris Jericho. Had a lot of good stuff last week, which was really weird since the one week I don't watch it, it's done. I don't really have time to say all the links, but you know what to follow. And that was it for wrestling last week. I'm going to watch Raw after I get back from dinner, and review that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.